welcome to Rockbridge Regional Live Storytime. And we have a special guest today, one of our favorite teachers. It is Teacher Appreciation Week, guys. And here I have for you Miss Amy. She is from Earth Song Community School here in Lexington. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on the Rockbridge Regional Library Storytime. Super, super awesome that you can be here. So how are you doing?
I'm great. I miss my friends at school. I miss my friends outside of school, but I'm enjoying being home with my family. And
what kind of things are you getting up to at home?
well, a lot of time outdoors. We've got a big garden, and we've been planting seeds, we've been planting plants, we've been weeding, we've been mulching. We've got some chicks coming in a couple weeks, so we need to prepare for that. We've done a lot of baking, a lot of foraging in the woods for morel mushrooms.
Wonderful.
Yeah, lots of walks, just a lot of outside time.
Oh, that's
nature and getting our hands dirty.
Oh, that's so good. I hope our friends out there are doing the same thing. Well, thank you for being with us. Amy has picked out 3 books for us to read, so we might as well get started so we can start reading. But first, we're going to do our hello song. So, all right. You guys ready? Ready, Rose? Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello again. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Thank you for that. All right, now it's time to warm up. Now, Miss Amy, one of her favorite songs is called Mr. Sun. And today is a day where we could really use Mr. Sun, although I'm not so mad at this rain either, because it's nice to have rain. All this rain and sunshine is doing wonderful things for our gardens and our yards.
Because my garden will go.
We have so many irises coming up.
Yeah,
and
there's a pink one in my bedroom.
there's a pink one, there's a white one, there's a purple one, there's like a coral colored one, which is really cool. And now there's these little tiny purple ones, like miniature ones that I hadn't seen before. So we have some friends here. I have Kathleen is here. Kathleen, I think that's an Earth song. There. You see Miss Amy? I have Finn and Anya and Savannah. Oh, right. Here's our coral colored one. I'll show this Amy too.
Ooh.
I'll put it right beside you.
Be careful.
Yeah, we'll be careful with it. And I have Kayan Rue. Is that you too? No, that's not you. And Miss Straub. Yeah, do you have Rue?
Rue, yeah.
Oh, Rue's Earth song?
And Albert, Rue and Albert?
Rue and Albert. I don't think so. Kaya and Rue? Maybe there's 2 Rues.
Well, Kaya.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kaya, absolutely. Hi, Kaya.
Nice. And Miss Straub here is here. She's our art teacher at Waddell. And Grant and Davis O'Brien. Hi, guys. All right, Mr. Sun. You think we can get this sun to come out to see us today? I don't know. But anyway, let's sing Mr. Sun. Rose, are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, well, I'm ready. All right, you guys ready? Do you remember Mr. Sun? All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on me. Come on, Rose. Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, hiding behind a tree. These little children are asking you to please come out so we can play with you. Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on me. Now I like to do a whistle version, okay? I can't whistle when I laugh. I can't do it. Can't do it. I can't. Okay. Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on me. Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, hiding behind a tree. These little children are asking you, like Milo, Sam, Sebastian, and Simon, that please come out so we can play with you. Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on, again, please shine down on, again, please shine down on me. Yay! Well, that warmed me up. I don't know if that warmed anybody else up, but I'm sorry. I really like the whistle as the middle verse, but as soon as I start laughing, there's no hope, so. Oh, well.
Why are you even laughing?
Because whistling is funny. I don't know why that's funny to me, but it is. Okay, so I have a question for Miss Rose. I have a question for my friends out in Storytime Land. And I have a question for Miss Amy. Are you ready for a story? No? What? All right, well, if you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, sit real still. If you're ready for a story, sit real still. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, sit real still. Yeah, be still. Still. Okay, very good, you guys. I think we're ready for a story. Okay, Amy, I hope that Tom didn't hear my ukulele playing because he would have probably been horrified.
That's not true.
Oh. Okay, so Miss Amy, can you please tell, this is Miss Amy's first book that she's chosen. It's called The Great Kapok Tree, A Tale of the Amazon Rainforest by Lynn Cherry. Can you tell us a little bit about this book?
I guess it's a book for all ages. I just love this book. I love the illustrations. It's a story about conservation and how all living things are connected or linked together. I guess the book gives us a better understanding of the value of the forest and animals. It makes us question, how we can use less paper or what we can do to help. So I guess this book is about the importance of trees.
Fabulous. And this is about a great kapok tree. Do you know what country this book takes place in?
South America.
South America somewhere.
Well, that's content.
I guess it could be anywhere in South America.
The Amazon
The
rainforest.
Amazon rainforest, right, of course.
A beautiful world map in that book, and it maps out where all of the rainforests are in the world.
All right.
So I would think maybe Brazil.
Yeah, it looks like it's near Brazil. It's more of the northern part of South America and some mid parts of Africa. Yeah, this is beautiful. Okay, well, let's read The Great Kapok Tree, A Tale of the Amazon Rainforest by Lynn Cherry. Two men walked into the rainforest. Moments before, the forest had been alive with sounds of squawking birds and howling monkeys. Now all was quiet as the creatures watched the two men wondered why they had come. The larger man stopped and pointed to a great kapok tree. Then he left. The smaller man took an axe he carried and struck the trunk of the tree. Whack! 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 The sounds of the blows rang through the forest. The wood of the tree was very hard. Chop! 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 The man wiped off the sweat that ran down his face and neck. Whack! Chop! Whack! Chop! Soon the man grew tired. He sat down to rest at the foot of the great kapok tree. Before he knew it, the heat and the hum of the forest had lulled him to sleep. A boa constrictor lived in the kapok tree. He slithered down its trunk to where the man was sleeping. He looked at the gash the axe had made in the tree. Then the huge snake slid very close to the man and hissed in his ear. Senor, this tree is a tree of miracles. It's my home, where generations of my ancestors have lived. Do not chop it down. A bee buzzed in the sleeping man's ear. Zzz, Senor, my hive is in the kapok tree, and I fly from tree to tree and flower to flower, collecting pollens. In this way, I pollinate the trees and the flowers throughout the rainforest. You see, all living things depend on one another. Bzzz. A troop of monkeys scampered down from the canopy of the kapok tree. They chattered to the sleeping man. Senor, we have seen the ways of man. You chop down one tree, then come back for another and another. The roots of these great trees will wither and die, and there will be nothing left to hold the earth in place. When the heavy rains come, the soil will be washed away, and the forest will become a desert. Ooh, 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 ah. A toucan, a macaw, and a cock of the rock flew down from the canopy. Ha ha ha! Senor, squawked the toucan, you must not cut down this tree. We have flown over the rainforest and seen what happens once you begin to chop down the trees. Many people settle on the land. They set fires to clear the underbrush, and soon the forest disappears. Where once there was life and beauty, only black and smoldering ruins remain. Ha-ha! That's Rose's favorite bird.
Yeah.
A bright and small tree frog crawled along the edge of the leaf. In a squeaky voice, he piped in the man's ears. Senor, a ruined rainforest means ruined lives, bless you. Many ruined lives. You will leave many of us homeless if you chop down this great kapok tree. Ribbit. A jaguar had been sleeping along the branch of the tree because his spotted coat blended into the dappled light and the shadows of the understory. No one had noticed him. Now he leapt down and padded silently over the sleeping man. He growled in his ear. Senor, the kapok tree is home to many birds and animals. If you cut this down, where will I find my dinner? 4 tree porcupines swung down from branch to branch and whispered to the man, Senor, do you know what animals and humans need in order to live? Oxygen. And, Senor, did you know what trees produce? Oxygen. If you cut down the forest, you will destroy that which gives us all life. Several anteaters climbed down the kapok tree with their young clinging to their backs. The unstriped anteater said to the sleeping man, Senor, you are chopping down this tree with no thought for the future. And surely you know that what happens tomorrow depends upon what you do today. The big man tells you to chop down the beautiful tree. He does not think of his own children, who tomorrow must live in a world without trees. Oh, that would be terrible. That would be a nightmare. A three-toed sloth had begun climbing down from the canopy when the men first appeared. Only now did she reach the ground. Plodding ever so slowly over to the sleeping man, she spoke in her deep and lazy voice. Senor, how much is beauty worth? Can you live without it? If you destroy the beauty of the rainforest, on what would you feast your eyes? A child from the Yanomamo tribe who lived in the rainforest knelt over the sleeping man. He murmured in his ear, Senor, when you awake, please look up upon us all with new eyes. The man awoke with a start. Before him stood the rainforest child, and all around him, staring, were the creatures who depended upon the great kapok tree. What wondrous and rare animals they were. I mean, they're beautiful. Every color, every shape, every size. And a parrot, Rose's favorite. The man looked about and saw the sun streaming through the canopy. Spots of bright light glowed like jewels amidst the dark green forest. Strange and beautiful plants seemed to dangle in the air, suspended from the great kapok tree. The man smelled the fragrant perfume of their flowers. He felt the steamy mist rising from the forest floor, but he heard no sound, for the creatures were strangely silent. The man stood and picked up his axe. He swung back his arm as though to strike the tree. Suddenly he stopped. He turned and he looked at the animals and the child. He hesitated. Then he dropped the axe and he walked out of the rainforest. Ah, phew. He learned. And here's that map. Look at all the amazing animals. Butterflies. Okay, parrot. We see. Brazilian tree frog, Brazil. Redneck tangler. Got a jaguar. A wheelie monkey. A blue morpho butterfly. Parakeet. Amazon katydid. Poisonous arrow frog. So cool. This is a great book. Thank you for sharing. That's amazing. All right, the great kapok tree. It's a good reminder to us all. But now we must dance and we must sing. Now we shall dance and we shall sing. Okay, everybody, I asked Miss Amy another favorite song. And you know what she said? She said Big Red Bus, okay, guys? She said Big Red Bus, okay? And I love Big Red Bus. She loves Big Red Bus. I hope you guys love Big Red Bus. So let's do Big Red Bus. What do you say, Miss Amy? Shall we do it?
Love it.
Let's do it. Okay.
I might need to stand up for this one.
You might need to stand up. Who's that? Is that a kitty?
This is Wolfgang, and my students at Earth Song know of Wolfgang. When he was just a kitten, he came to school with me every day.
Did he really?
Yeah, he was still needing some extra food. He needed to eat like 6 times a day, and so he came to school and hung out in the office in a big crates.
Oh,
So,
and haven't you brought a chicken into school too once?
Yeah, I brought in Big Daddy.
Big Daddy.
And, yeah,
I want to show our.
That's
bring in
awesome.
Big Daddy,
How
our
fun.
lavender rooster.
Our
He now
cat
is
is
a
a.
different home. Hanging in there, enjoying his life on a big farm.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's not so bad. Awesome. Well, let's do Big Red Bus, you guys.
Our cat is asleep.
Yes, Rose was going to go get Wally, but Wally's currently asleep on a chair, so we're not going to disturb him. Okay, you can go say hi. But let's do Big Red Bus. So if you remember, Big Red Bus has big steering wheel, and then it has a mini, and it also has a Ferrari. And you got to do your hair when you have a Ferrari. A Ferrari is just a sports car with probably no roof. So your hair goes flying. Good morning, Lily. And good morning, Lil and Viv. I'm glad you guys are here. You know Big Red Bus, I think. Okay. And then you might need a jet. You might need a helicopter. And there's a rocket. So there are all kinds of fun machines. Okay, Rose looks ready. Okay, Big Red Bus, guys. Are your hands out and ready on your Big Red Bus steering wheel? All right. 1, 2, 3. Big red bus, big red bus, mini, and a big red bus. Big red bus, big red bus, mini, and a big red bus. Ferrari, Ferrari, mini, and a big red bus. Ferrari, Ferrari, mini, and a big red bus. Okay, jumbo jets, guys. Watch your hands. You don't want to run into anybody. All right. Sorry.
Just kidding.
Okay, good. And jumbo jet, helicopter, jumbo jet, jumbo jet, helicopter, jumbo jet, a rocket, helicopter, jumbo jet, a rocket, helicopter, jumbo jet. All right, where do you think we went? Maybe we went to the rainforest.
Maybe we went to the Mommy Carries Rose all day.
Well, we go there a lot. So, we have our next book picked out by Miss Amy is called Me, Jane, by Patrick McDonnell. Okay, I was not familiar with this author, but now this will be the third book I read by him. He did A Perfectly Messed Up Story, and he did Monster's Monster.
Thank you.
So it's the same author. And Amy, can you tell us a little bit about this book and why it's special to you?
Why it's special? Well, I'm a huge fan of Jane Goodall. I hope everyone knows who that is. She's a remarkable woman, conservationist, environmentalist, activist. This is a book about it honors her childhood and her love for animals. So anybody who loves nature and loves animals will love this book. We'll actually have some illustrations from when she was a child. Her nature drawings are in the book. So that's kind of fun. And I guess the message that the book brings, it's a great message to girls everywhere that if you have the determination and the desire, you can do anything. You can do it.
Fabulous. And I noticed this book has an autograph.
Yeah, so
right there.
Jane Goodall visited Lexington about 6 years ago. She did a talk at Washington and Lee University, and Julia, my daughter and I, we met her. And it was really wonderful. My daughter made her a Sculpey with a chimpanzee.
Oh, wow.
She gave this gift to Jane Goodall.
That's amazing.
It's very inspiring. I love Jane Goodall.
That's amazing. How cool that you got to meet her in person, the woman. Yeah. That's amazing. And this
Very
book
cool.
has won an award too. So this is really a great book. So let's read it. Me, Jane, by Patrick McDonnell. And look, there's a picture of her as a young girl. With a stuffed monkey, of course. Jane had a stuffed toy chimpanzee named Jubilee. Another up and down the trees. Jane learned all that she could about the animals and plants, and she studied in her backyard and read about in books. And look, here's her, this is the page of her illustrations and notes. And I think on the back that she formed the Alligator Society as a, which is pretty cool.
What's that?
Well, I think it was just a group of friends who were interested in alligators, I'm guessing, you know, or animals, and I'm not really sure what the group did. But these illustrations are really cool. She's comparing the size of the brain between an elephant, a giraffe, and a person. And look, they're all kind of, those big animals, including us, our brains are kind of around the same size, which is pretty cool. One day, curious Jane wondered where eggs came from. So she and Jubilee snuck into Grandma Nut's chicken coop. She's curious. Hid behind some straw and stayed very still. There's the chicken. And observed the miracle. Boop. There it is. Just like that, an egg. Jubilee seems like that was pretty cool. It was a magical world full of joy and wonder, and Jane felt very much a part of it. Look, she's laying back in the grass looking at the sky. Do you guys ever do that? Watch the clouds go by and make shapes and look at the trees blowing? It's absolutely amazing. Jane often climbed her favorite tree, which she named Beech. She would lay her cheek against its trunk and seemed to feel the sap flowing beneath the bark. She really was connected to trees and nature. Jane could feel her own heart beating, beating, beating. I think this is passion. I think she was feeling passion.
What does that mean?
Well, passion for something. Like she really, really cares for something. Or very moved by it and excited. With the wind in her hair, she read and reread the books about Tarzan of the Apes, in which another girl, also named Jane, lived in the jungles of Africa. That's cool. I know, I didn't think about it both being named Jane. That's cool. Jane dreamed of a life in Africa too. Oh, look, she's dreaming, sailing far away and living with animals to learn about them. A life living with and helping all animals. This is what she was meant to do. At night, Jane would tuck Jubilee into bed, say her prayers, and fall asleep. To awake one day, she looks much older, and she's somewhere else. One day she wakes up to her dream come true. Now look at that photograph with that little chimpanzee, and there she is as a grown person in Africa living with monkeys. It's amazing.
I remember Miss B showing us like a video type things about a different girl who like was kind of studying gorillas.
Are you sure it wasn't Jane Goodall? It might have been.
Well, I'm sure because I remember that it wasn't her.
Okay, well, you know what? We can ask Miss B and maybe we can figure out who it is.
No, she was like studying gorillas.
And there she is now. I don't know how old she is now, but is she like in her 70s maybe?
She's 86.
86?
Her birthday's April 6th, and I'm
Oh.
pretty sure she turned 86.
Wow. And she's still out there fighting for animals. And look,
home now, but
I like
but
this.
yeah, she spends most of her time advocating
Advocating.
for our forests and animals.
Now this illustration on the very last page is pretty cool. When I was looking at it, and at first I thought, oh, it's a drawing of her in a tent and there's a monkey. But no, if you look closely, monkey's in the tent reading the book and she's up in the tree nest where the monkeys would be, which is pretty awesome. I think that's where she'd like to be. Thank you. That book is absolutely beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. I didn't know that one. I have Christina Kirk Janjic that's her favorite book. Do you know her?
She is a teacher at Earth Song. She just had twin girls, and so she's home now. But we had the privilege of sharing a couple of years with Christina before.
Oh, fabulous. Oh, is that Christina? I know Christina. Okay. I didn't realize that. So she also says Diane Fossey. Does that sound like the name you heard, Rose? Diane Fossey? Who inspired Jane Goodall.
Gorillas in the Nest.
Is she a girl who kind of like studied like gorillas and like kind of had like a gorilla friend type?
Yes.
Yes.
Gorillas in the Mist, right? They made a movie about her? Or a book?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we'll have to check for that. That'd be awesome. Okay. So, moving right along. I hate to move right along, but we could keep going and going. So this story, hold on.
Wait.
Oh, Martha, a personal favorite. We have our big red bus hands ready. She was here doing the song. Okay, so this last song is a song that I heard and learned at Earth Song when I was doing music there. And I just love the song. We've already sung it once, I think maybe more than once at Storytime, but I thought we'd do it again. It's called Corner Grocery Store, right? Is that what it's called?
So there's two different ones. There's Come On, Let's Go to the Market.
That's the one. Come on, let's go to the market. Thank you, Amy, for keeping me on track.
There is a corner grocery store. That's
Yes.
Catherine's thing very well.
Okay,
That's
that's...
also a food. But we're going to go to the market today.
I get those two confused because I learned both of those songs at Earth Song, and last week we had a food day and we did Corner Grocery Store, and Mark literally threw lettuce at me during the song.
Yeah, and carrots, and we
And
both
carrots.
tried to catch them, but one fell on the floor.
Exactly. Okay, so come on, guys. Let's go to the market. So you start by tapping your legs, right?
Yeah, I know how to.
So where are we going to get? Okay, so and you guys are going to kind of echo me as I go. Can you help me out, Rose?
Can you echo me?
No, I'm going to do it first, and then maybe we'll swap it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'll do the first one, and then, are you ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go to the market. We're gonna buy some fruit. I hear the vendor calling tangerines,
Tangerine,
grapes,
grapes,
apples,
oh,
mango,
mango,
papayas,
papayas,
grapefruit,
grapefruit,
kiwi,
kiwi,
and strawberries.
strawberries.
Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go to the market. We're gonna buy some pets. Okay, Rose is doing it.
They're calling parrots,
Parrots, cats, chameleons,
lizards,
lizards,
snakes,
snakes, Snakes. Dogs.
Kittens.
And kittens. And there's one more. Okay.
Dogs.
And dogs.
And puppies.
And puppies. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go to the market. We're gonna buy some clothes. I hear the vendor calling sweatshirts.
Sweatshirt.
Pants. Socks. T-shirts. Top hats. Bow ties. Scarves. And underpants. That's so funny. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go to the market. That was it. We're gonna buy everything.
Toys.
Toys. No, we're not gonna buy toys. It happened again. I didn't even say lettuce. Okay, see, Mark doesn't know how to let a joke go. Come on. It's a microphone. Okay, I just got a carrot. So we have one. Now, I have a feeling that some of you might know this book. So, Miss Amy, tell us about The Runaway Bunny and you and your family.
Oh, yeah. So this is a classic book by Margaret Wise Brown, and you can, it's a book you'll never grow out of. I read this story to my children every single day for years. The illustrations are beautiful. It's a story about love, or I guess love and a bond between a mother and her little bunny. Mm-hmm. It's a really sweet book. Christina, I think I might have bought the twins this book. I'm not really sure. Anyway, it's a classic. My husband's grandmother was friends with Margaret Wise Brown when she lived in Maine. So that's kind of cool.
That's amazing.
The author.
So you said your husband's grandmother?
Yeah, my husband's grandmother lived in Maine, and her friend was Margaret Wise Brown.
Amazing.
Yeah, kind of cool.
Super cool.
Yeah, I think she's written over 100 books.
Wow.
They're all classics, and they're good.
Amazing. Now, this book looks like it has been read every day for your children's life. We have some embellishments, which is so sweet. I love a book that's well loved. And this one, it has an inscription: "To our Tiggy, love from Mommy and Daddy, May 1969."
So this book was given to us by my husband's aunt, Sally. So I think she read it for her children.
So cool.
Yeah.
So this book has been read, this particular book, since 1969. That's so cool. The Runaway Bunny by Margaret Wise Brown. Pictures by Clement Hurd. The Runaway Bunny. The Runaway Crayon. Once there was a little bunny who wanted to run away. So he said to his mother, "I am running away." "If you run away," said his mother, "I will run after you, for you are my little bunny." I totally relate to this book, just by the way. "If you run after me," said the little bunny, "I will become a fish in a trout stream, and I will swim away from you." "If you become a fish in a trout stream," said his mother, "I will become a fisherman, and I will fish for you." So pretty. Fishing with a carrot. If you become a fisherman, said the little bunny, I will become a rock on the mountain high above you. If you become a rock on the mountain high above me, said his mother, I will be a mountain climber, and I will climb to where you are. Yep. There she goes. Look, Bunny's way over there. Mama's ready, though. If you become a mountain climber, said the little bunny, I will be a crocus in a hidden garden. If you become a crocus in a hidden garden, said his mother, I will be a gardener, and I will find you. Yep. And there they are. Can you find the bunny in the garden? The little bunny?
I will.
You see it?
Should.
You find it?
But if you see it,
I see
give
it.
me a hint.
Oh, it's in the flowers. Little bunny's in the flower? No. I see little ears. Looks like he's sitting in a flower. Right there. Yep. Found ya.
What is a crocus anyway?
It's one of the little yellow flowers. They've already sort of come and gone this season. If you're a gardener and you find me, said the little bunny, I will be a bird and fly away from you. If you become a bird and fly away from me, said his mother, I will be the tree that you come home to. So sweet. And look, there's the bunny with wings flying to the bunny-shaped tree. I think all moms probably feel this way. If you become a tree, said the little bunny, I will become a little sailboat, and I will sail away from you. If you become a sailboat and sail away from me, said his mother, I will become the wind and blow you where I want you to go. Mm-hmm. Look at those ears. I love it. Circus! If you become the wind and blow me, said the little bunny, I will join a circus and fly away on a flying trapeze. If you go flying on a flying trapeze, said his mother, I will be a tightrope walker, and I will walk across the air to you. Wow. Look at that. There's Bunny doing the trapeze, and there's Mama going, I'm coming. Here I come. You watch out. If you become a tightrope walker and walk across the air, said the bunny, I will become a little boy and run into a house. If you become a little boy and run into a house, said the mother bunny, I will become your mother and catch you in my arms and hug you. Look at that. Shucks, said the bunny. I might just as well stay where I am and be your little bunny. And so he did. Have a carrot, said the mother bunny. Yeah, Bunny. There I am, safe at home in their little tree trunk burrow. Awesome. Oh, and there's a song at the end, and I was gonna say, Rose, we should try to learn it, and I meant to look at that yesterday, and I forgot. I love this book. I will chase my little bunny wherever she goes. I'm just saying.
Hi.
The question, this is from one of our viewers. The question is, why would you want to run away from your parents? Because your parents love you. I mean, right?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
It's so true, guys. It's so true. Good job, Finn. He knows what's up. We love you, so stay with us forever until we're ready for you to go. Just kidding. Okay, well, guys, that was an amazing story time. So first we're going to wash our hands because we always wash our hands at the end. So Miss Amy, here's our hand washing song. It goes, you'll catch on very quickly. I'll show you. So you have your hands and you have your tops and bottoms, right? And then you're going to go in between. And then you're going to rub them together. And then they're going to be squeaky clean. Okay? All right. 1, 2, 3. Tops and bottoms, in between, in between. Rub them all together, Now they're clean, squeaky clean. Again, tops and bottoms, in between, in between. Rub them all together, rub them all together. Now they're clean, squeaky clean. And now we can go eat food. So one other thing we do at the end is we try to get our energy all balled up and then release it so we're ready for the rest of the day. Yesterday we tried a new one with our face, but I'm not sure I liked it so much. I like the rainstorm better. So shall we do a rainstorm?
What was it?
It was like we did our eyes and we did our eyebrows and we made funny faces, and it was only centered on your face, but I like this one because it's centered on your whole body. So we're gonna make a rainstorm.
Wait. I wanna be.
Okay, Rose is gonna lead it for us.
Okay, and you don't start until I.
Okay. So before we begin, so this is rain, and then tapping on your legs is, I'm sorry, this is wind. Tapping on your legs is rain. Lightning is claps, and thunder is stomps. And then at the very end, after the rainstorm passes and calms down, we take a quiet second to go about our day. Okay. So Rose, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm the lead. And you
Okay,
do,
Rose is leading
and
this.
you do whatever.
I'll do whatever you do. Just remember that it goes up and we have a major storm, but then it comes back down and we go to silence.
I know.
Okay. All right, ready? Okay, it's picking up. The wind's picking up. Okay, wind is coming. Oh, rain. Here comes the rain. We're gonna get drenched. It's really coming. Oh, thunder and rain. Lightning, thunder, rain, wind, lightning, thunder. Oh, is it on? When is this storm gonna end? So much rain. Is it? Oh, it's starting to stop a little bit. Oh, all right, we'll go then. The rain. Okay. Oh, the wind. More thunder. Oh, a couple lightnings. Oh, the rain is starting to stop. Okay. I think we're getting past the worst of it. The rain's stopping, slowing down. One last big thunderclap. And 1, 2, 1. Okay, and now the rain is stopping. The rain is starting to slow down. A little bit of thunder in the background. One little lightning. Okay. Now all that's left is wind. It's all behind us now. And we go still. Let your body rest. Can you still feel the energy of that storm going through your body? I can. Deep breath. All right, we got through the storm. We sure did. Okay, but you know what? That only leaves one more thing. We got to get on out of here. The goodbye train is here, and it's time to go on it. So we're going to get on the goodbye train. All right, you ready? All aboard! All right. Miss Amy, thank you. That was wonderful. I want to personally thank you for being an amazing teacher in our community. Thank you for giving to our kids every day, and thank you for everything you do. Teachers are amazing, and you are one of many amazing teachers in our community, so thank you for looking after our kids. We love you.
Thank you for having me.
It's been wonderful, and thank you for these great books. So without further ado, all aboard! The goodbye train is leaving, see ya soon. Choo, choo! Oh, the goodbye train is leaving, see ya soon. Choo, choo! Oh, the goodbye train is leaving. The goodbye train is leaving. Oh, the goodbye train is leaving. See ya soon. Choo, choo!